There's lots of concrete. And what happens during the day in that concrete? It absorbs the sun's energy, see? So if you live in Seoul in the summertime, it's say 10 o'clock at night after the sun goes down, it's going to be warmer in Seoul than it is 10 miles outside into the country where there's just ground, okay? Because it's releasing all that heat energy into the air. It will keep it warmer, okay? So the sun will heat the earth. What does it do for plants? What does the sun do for plants? Yeah, it grows. It makes the plants grow, right? Okay, so it gives us energy. It makes our plants grow, all right? So the sun's very important. God put the sun out there, and it does many things for us, right? Okay. All right. So again, convection heat moves from place to place. Convection is heat that's going to move from place to place. You can heat air and water with it. And remember, heat causes material to expand, and cold will make it contract, okay? Now, interestingly, ice doesn't follow this rule. Yeah, God made water, and it's amazing material. When you make ice frozen, according to this, it should get smaller. But in fact, ice goes the opposite. Ice gets bigger when it freezes. It's amazing. Wow. God is amazing. So, the reason is, I think, is because when the water freezes over, the ice is going to be on top and the fish can be on the bottom and still live, right? Yeah. Okay, because the ice is going to float and stay on top of the water. And so, it actually expands when it freezes. Like a pie?
When we put it in the oven and then if you take it out, it's baked.
Is ice like a pie? I don't know. I'll have to think about that. All right. Any other questions on this? Any other questions? No, nobody has a question. Let's see. How do we heat up a pie in the oven? In the oven. In the oven. Well, you have a heating element. So, I mean, it will give off heat. The heating element is going to heat up the air in the oven, right? So the air will get hot in the oven, all right? And that hot air is going to then what? The hot air is going to be cooking the food that's in the oven, all right? So, yeah. And if you use a microwave, it will certainly use radiation to heat that up.
Then how about
An oven will, an oven's going to use the hot air to heat, okay? But also, if you get it too close to the burner, like, who likes pizza? Likes pizza? Well, you want to get the top of that pizza a little bit brown and cook the cheese right. And so they'll put it pretty close to the top. If you ever watch it go through, that heat is pretty close to the top because they want that heat directly onto that cheese, and it'll go through and it'll cook it at the right speed and temperature, and it will come out good, right? Okay. If they put that way down here, and here's the heating element, see, it's going to take a much longer time to heat, okay? Because it's going to have to heat the air to heat the top of the cheese, okay? All right. So you just have to use different kinds of heat for our food, okay? All right. All right, so one more time, let's go over this. Heat goes from where? Hot to cold. Okay, the sun's energy is a form of
radiation.
Right. Thermal energy is what? In any substance, a total kinetic energy. What's kinetic energy? Energy in motion. Motion, energy in motion. Okay. Conduction are when particles bump into each other, and we heat solids with conduction. Insulator does not allow heat to move easily. It's going to insulate it. It's going to insulate it. Plastic and wood, air, glass are insulators. Convection is what? So this room we'll heat it with convection, okay? And heat causes material to expand. And expand means to grow. Are we solids? Well, yes. You know, we're definitely solid. Okay, absolutely. We're solids. And if you lay out in the sun too long, that radiation is going to burn you, called a sunburn. Anybody ever have a sunburn? Oh, that hurts, doesn't it? Yeah, so the sun's rays can actually burn our body if we stay out in the sun too long, right? Okay, so it will cook our skin, right? That's basically what you're doing. It's you're basically in a big oven, right? Just don't stay out too long. All right. All right, any other questions on this? All right, good job. I think you guys are ready to go. Now remember, what I put on the board is going to be where?
Test.
On the test. If I put it on the board, where does it belong?
Notebook.
In your notebook. So if I put something on the board, make sure it goes in your notebook, then you can study your notebook for your test, okay, as well. Okay? All right, good job. So take a 10-minute break and come back.